Do you think it's massive going into this season, the fact they've done it? They've got that over their heads. The bottler's tag has gone. So,
Yeah.
and look, you've done it as a player. How much of a swagger did it give you going to the next season when you won your first title?
Yeah, it's hard to win. You know, I think I've just realised that now, you know, or when I retired, that all the achievements I got it was a graft. It was hard work. It was a lot of togetherness, and there's a lot of pressure and expectation on players, individuals, and club shoulders. So, yeah, for them to get it over the line, I think Mikel's been there maybe 5 or 6 years, and you know he's got closer and closer every year. And then to finally get it over the line, I think is a great achievement. It shows that you do need a little bit of patience with players and managers and coaches. But he had his processes right. Arsenal have stuck with him and trusted him, and now he's got it over the line. And now, yes, the tough bit is, can you continue to keep winning? I think they've got the squad depth to do it. Maybe teams would have worked out kind of their strengths from last year, which we all know was predominantly aggressive from set plays, but that was their way of winning, their extra 5% to win games. But now they've got to find a different way. They've got to show a different side of Arsenal, and the pressure will be on. But you know that's what football's about, and that's what winning is about. You have to accept the pressure, you have to take the pressure, and you have to push through that. But as I mentioned, Arsenal have the squad to continue to go on and win for many years. But again, there's other teams that are trying to add to their squads, and of course take that title away from Arsenal.
It feels like that second season after you win, it's about adapting, even when you have that winning formula. Ash, you won the Premier League 3 times, but you never repeated. How come going back to back is so difficult?
Because everyone's after you. You always have a target on your back, you know. And like I said, some people, players, managers, coaches, you know, the pressure piles on, and every team normally improves. I think this season, of course, there's going to be a lot of teams chasing Arsenal for the title. Yes, Arsenal have added a few players to their squad. They might lose a few, but, you know, you look at Chelsea, they've continued to add. Manchester United have added good quality. Tottenham have added good quality. Manchester City have lost a lot of top players, but they've added some really, really good players. So, you know, I always prefer to be the chaser in terms of, you know, trying to catch up towards the back end of the season, and you find your momentum that way. But when you're going in as reigning champions, everyone's after you. And, you know, if you don't win a few games, then people say, oh, they can't do it. And the pressure mounts, the expectation mounts, and then questions get asked again. They will be playing Champions League football also, so they have to contend with that as well. So, yeah, it's going to be a real tough season for, I think, every Premier League team. We did have some surprises last year as well, I think, in terms of Bournemouth, Palace, Brighton. So, yeah, every team is improving and getting better. Football is kind of becoming the same. You know, most teams do the same thing. They play the same formation. They try attack the same spaces. So, you know, Arsenal utilise that extra 5%, like I mentioned, with the set plays, but people will clock onto that now, and they'll have to find ways, and Arsenal will have to be even better than they were last year.
You talk about how hard it is to win. Do you think we will ever see something that you did, the Invincibles, to go through an entire season unbeaten? Can you foresee that ever happening again?
I don't feel... I never say never. I think records are always there to be broken, and, you know, again, it gives teams, players, managers something to fight for. And what we did, and in that creating that history of that, is incredible. People say, yeah, we were lucky, but, you know, again, learning a lot of lessons from when I was a player to now being a manager. Yeah, there's no luck in football. You know, it's the hard work you put in on a daily basis to get your rewards. And there was games where we should have won. There was games where we should have lost. But, you know, that fighting spirit, that togetherness, that never say die attitude we had as an Invincible, that, you know, that took us through to be able to achieve that feat. I think the Invincibles and Manchester City winning, I think, 4 in a row. I think for me, I can't see being beaten anytime soon because, again, we just spoke about Arsenal. Can they retain it? Manchester City were just relentless in what they did. So that achievement they done there is absolutely fantastic. And to have that mentality year in, year out, every single day coming with that same momentum, same attitude, same aggressive personalities to keep going, the mental strength you have to do that is incredible. So I think them 2 achievements, I think, for me, stand out in the Premier League at the moment.
Man, I see those pictures from the Invincible years, and it just makes me nostalgic. That was my childhood.
Well, I think of Ash. When I think of Ash, obviously, interviewed him a whole ton of times. He knows I'm an Arsenal fan as well. But I've just got an image in my mind. Last game at Highbury, that last day, and I think it was. I'm trying to remember. I think it was you, and I want to say Thierry. I'm trying to remember. All the crowd had gone. Went out on the pitch and just lay down in the centre circle. Am I right, Ash?
Yeah, we sat on the podium. Obviously, I think that last game was for us to secure 4th place in the Premier League, maybe.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a relief. Obviously, we was leaving Highbury, and that was.
It was so emotional, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going there, from the age of 7 in the JVC Centre as a scholar. Wow. So. Yeah, walking down that Highbury Hill, getting off the train, and yeah, I had special memories. So, and obviously there was a lot going on in my personal life in terms of am I staying, am I going, So yeah, me and Thierry had a moment there. I will never ever say what we spoke about, but he was definitely someone I confided in, and I think we had a real good mutual respect as professionals. And yeah, he's someone I always went to for advice, and he kind of understood me.
Okay,
so yeah, it was an emotional day.
Very quickly then, somebody goes to you for advice. Myles Lewis-Skelly, same as you, come through the system, started out at left back. We've seen him transition into midfield. Talks of, clubs say they're not looking to actively sell him. If he came to you for advice, what would you say to him?
He could play in the Premier League week in, week out. And if he's not playing week in, week out, for sure he's going to look at other options, but also he's going to have something on his shoulder going like, this is my boyhood club. I've been here from such a young age. The love will never change whether he leaves or he stays. If he leaves, that doesn't mean he doesn't love Arsenal. Ultimately, we have one career. We have, moments where it could finish within the blink of an eye through an injury. God bless him, he don't. So, I think it's difficult, but if he came to me with advice saying, what should I do? I think you just got to go with your gut. You have a short career, and if you feel somewhere else is going to enhance your ability to play week in, week out and give you a chance to win, why not? But if he feels he's ready to stay and fight for his position, and of course Mikel gives him the kind of green light to say you're going to get enough minutes and he's happy, then of course then he stays. It's very difficult to tell players to leave or to stay because it depends what they want out of the game. I certainly just loved the feeling that I got when I won my first trophy, and I wanted to keep chasing that. And, that made my decision to leave easier. And yeah, I think it's a personal preference. But again, you have to be happy. You have to enjoy playing football. And whether he thinks that is at Arsenal or somewhere else, that's the advice I would give him.
Ash, since we do have you on, and to many, the best left back that England has ever produced, we're going to play a little game of winner stays, all right?
Okay.
Of left backs. Starting with Marc Cucurella and Ricardo Calafiori.
I think Cucurella, not because he was at Chelsea. I just think from the moment, we all knew how good he was at Brighton. Bombing up and down, he was aggressive. He could start attacks from behind. He can invert. He can build in a free. And I think the levels he's reached in, I don't know how many years he's been at Chelsea, 3 or 4 years. I think he's just excelled. I think he's continued every year to get better. And I think he's a prime example of not judging players too early, because I think a lot of people wrote him off when he first came to Chelsea. Who is this guy? He's come from Brighton. He's not ready for Chelsea, but year in, year out. He wanted to improve. He was, obviously I worked there. He was a great lad to be around. He was great for the dressing room, always smiling, always happy. So I think he needs to be respected a little bit more. Calafiori, of course, top player, very good, adaptable player that can, play centre half, can play left back. I think he's moulded to the way Mikel wants left backs to play and how he utilises him. So, cast long story short, I'm going to go Cucurella, but Calafiori, I hope to see him do well this year.
Right now, so you've given him Cucurella a big build-up. So I just want the name, who you think, if this player is better or not. So Cucurella or Di Marco?
Oh, wow!
Just the name.
Okay, I'm gonna go Cucurella. Defensively a little bit better.
Cucurella or Nuno Mendes?
I'll go Mendes.
So Mendes or Marcelo?
Marcelo.
Marcelo or Roberto Carlos?
Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos or Paolo Maldini?
Maldini. They're my number 1 and 2.
Right.
In that order, Maldini and Carlos. So
we've saved the best to last. Not just Paolo Maldini, but all of those legends, or Ashley Cole.
No, not me. Maldini.
No, I'm putting you in there.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I guess you'll take it, right, Ash? Well, listen, thank you for your time. Good luck in Denver. By the way, your record in Denver with the Galaxy is 1 win, 1 loss. So hopefully you make it a victory this weekend, in this couple of days. Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.